Let's talk about the cost of living a little bit for, people who are thinking about moving to the area or purchasing. What does that look like in terms of cost? Low, medium, and high kind of thing.
Yeah, of course. So for the town of Concord, just saying Concord,
Hmm.
Concord kind of is a little bit of a coverall because I mean, people say they're in Concord and they're a little farther out in the country. So there's a pretty big range. But I would kind of break Concord up into probably two segments. So you have the more historic, down to earth, older homes, old mill homes. There's a lot of old mills that were in the area. So there's a lot of old mill homes and old colonials and stuff like that in the area. So those, I have a range between 107,000 and 2 mil. That's overall. But within that downtown Concord, that's what I'm going to call that area. I mean, your medium 3 bedroom, 2 bath house is around 279, and the average is around 285. So
Hmm.
I mean, you've got a range for that area between I have 168 and 625. So it really obviously depends on location and kind of what's going on in that area and condition of the house and several other things.
Yeah.
But um, there's definitely a nice range there.
Yeah. 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 No, that's great. And like, cost of living outside of housing and stuff like around the area. Um,
Yeah,
what is that? I guess, yeah. What does that look like for you guys?
I know a lot of people right now during these times are struggling with gas prices. So why don't we talk about gas? I feel like that would be a good indicator of cost of living. So today I just filled up my gas tank and it is 4.59 a gallon. So that's really high for around here. I know
Yeah.
California, I'm sure it's like what, $7?
Yeah. I filled up yesterday. I paid $6, I believe, a gallon. So yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so yeah, that kind of gives you a rough idea of kind of the cost of living around here. Obviously, with inflation, it's hard to pinpoint it. I feel like the best way to describe it is just right at gas prices.
Let's talk about like things to do around the area.
Concord has so many different things to do. Depending on if you're into nature and hiking, there's tons of hiking and trails and parks all around. If you like volleyball, we got volleyball courts all around, tennis courts. I mean, there's so many things to do. I'll try to just touch on a few. If you're kind of into, I don't know, nightlife or going out grabbing a beer with some friends, we've got some really cool breweries in Concord.
Mm.
One of them, one of my favorites, is called Southern Strain Brewery. They have this kitchen inside of it called Hot Box Kitchen, and they have like the best wings. So 10 out. If you ever come to Concord, hit me up. We'll go check it out. And then also Cabarrus Brewery. So we have a ton of breweries in the area.
Hmm.
Um, some other things like, I mean, you can't really talk about Concord without talking about NASCAR.
Mm.
NASCAR is like such a huge thing in Concord. We have, I mean, a lot of famous NASCAR drivers live in like Mooresville, which is like 20 minutes, I guess, west of Concord. And so it's really huge place for NASCAR. We got the NASCAR Hall of Fame, Charlotte Motor Speedway, which is technically Concord. So there's a lot of money that comes in from NASCAR
Hmm.
into Concord, and it's just a really cool spot to check out. We also obviously we're so close to Charlotte. There's so much nightlife. There's so many clubs. There's so many concerts. So many different things. Sports. We've got the Carolina Panthers. I mean, from 30 minutes from my house, and I live like right near downtown Concord. And then we have baseball teams. So there's just so much to do around Concord.
For people thinking about moving to the area, like what would you recommend for them, or what are some like expectations you would kind of give them?
My personal opinion, great place to raise a family. I grew up close to here, so I love it. Obviously, there's things that some people might not like that I like,
Hmm.
but overall, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Concord. It's growing exponentially. You know, if you were thinking about moving, I definitely would. Just even with inflation, if we want to talk about the economy and everything that's going on now, even with inflation, you know, house prices are going to continue to rise. And being that it's a secondary market or a suburb of Charlotte, you know, it's going to do nothing but keep growing.
Mhm.
And that's how I look at it. I mean, you got markets that are further out. You know, it's going to take a little bit more time before they get to the level that Concord's at. But people are moving out of Charlotte to places like Concord because you know cost of living is a little bit less, a lot less for housing,
Mm.
and it's just all around a great area.
If you like what you're hearing so far, check out the full episode right here.